program contains material that viewers may find unsuitable for younger children. A parental control system is advised. The following program contains opinions of the participants and does not reflect the views and beliefs of the Derana Media Network. The network believes in a safe space for all ideas to be expressed without any censorship and on its duty to create such a platform for free speech. Viewer discretion is strictly advised.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of TPS, the Public Square on Other Derana News Channel, where we discuss about the most relevant and pressing conversations that shape the political landscape of Sri Lanka. Now today's topic is something that is very expressive and also which has been significant, especially in the month of December, and that is not about just a sector which is just all about the sun-kissed beaches or the World Heritage. But then again, a sector that promotes the source of foreign exchange, employment, and the international visibility. And that is none other than tourism in Sri Lanka and the way forward in the year 2026. Now to discuss about this topic, I have a gentleman over here that is Mr. Akalanka Serasinghe representing the National People's Power. Welcome you.
Hello.
And also in a while we will have Mr. Upathissa Kumarathunga who will be representing the People's Alliance. But in the meantime, till he joins with us, I believe I can direct this question to you. Now, as I said, it has been a pivotal year for tourism in terms of the growth and also achieving certain milestones in the year 2025, because I believe we achieved 2.3 million as well, which is a benchmark after 7 years, and rather the benchmark now we have set for the upcoming year as well, because I believe 2018 was the benchmark for us, but after 7 years in 2025 we surpassed that benchmark and we have gone beyond that, which is an absolutely great thing. And now, as representative from the government itself, what do you think about when you see the progress from 2024 to 2025 in terms of tourism that will take us to a even better 2026?
Yeah, now if we focus on 2024 to 2025, there's a significant increase of the arrival of the tourists. And also, not only that, there's a significant increase of the total revenue of the collection income of the tourist industry. But before going to that aspect, we have to go back another 7-year time lapse of we have to go back to 2018, whereas as a government at that time the government had achieved a revenue of $4.38 billion as a whole, which is at that time the Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka. It's a high time. Which is Sri Lanka has got 4.38 billion as a foreign revenue, which is all-time. It's a all-time high amount, and also. At that time, that's before that was before the East attacks, and then Sri Lanka had to face East attacks in 2019, and also COVID pandemic from 2020 to 2022, and as a result of those drawbacks, those incidents, Sri Lanka as a country, have to face difficulties and a lot of drawbacks of tourism industry. In 2021, since 2019 there was an East attack, and also 2020, early part of 2020, Sri Lanka and also worldwide, we had to face a pandemic, COVID-19. So then because of that drawback, the total arrival of, compared to the 2018, the total arrival of foreigners was reduced from 2.33 million to 1.91 million in 2019, and also after that, as a result of Easter attack, and after that, as a result of the COVID pandemic, it was dropped down less than 200,000, which is the lowest amount of the tourist arrival, and also that at that time the income was also, the revenue was also 0.51 US dollar, billion US dollars. So it was a drastical drawback if we compare to 2018. And also after that, there was a slight revival in 2022, and from 190,000 tourists, it was increased up to 720,000 in 2022, where as a country we faced economic crisis at that period. And also there's a slight increase of 1.13 billion income of foreign revenue, tourist revenue of US dollars billion. And then it was increased in 2023, and if we focused on the last year we, after the NPP government came into power, the tourists, the arrival of tourists was increased up to 2 million, and also the income was increased up to 3.17 billion US dollars. So the final season, December, it was not surpassed, it was equal to the to a 2018 position, where the tourists was arrived to Sri Lanka nearly 2.3 million. 2018 it was 2.33 million, and 2025 it was 2.3 million. Only thing is that the revenue income was slightly lower than the 2018, but we are now just closing down it. It was 3.3 US dollars billion. So we are just reviving from our previous we are just reviving from the 2020. After the 2020 pandemic, we are just as a country we are reviving of our tourist industry as a whole. Yeah.
All right, so I do have a follow-up question as well now, since you mentioned about the crisis, the pandemics, and also when it comes to last year, we went through the cyclone Titwa as well. Now with this, something that came about was, since tourism is a major sector that brings about a lot of revenue to Sri Lanka and a lot of international identity as well. Now that has been a situation where Sri Lanka has been going about and beyond in terms of facing different challenges. But then again, with regards to these numbers and the rankings and all these news about Sri Lanka being a travel destination, this showcases the resilience of the tourism sector as well. Now in that context, resilience come up with a lot of plans that the government has in terms of establishing a better tourist sector in the 2026, because we want to do better than last year, obviously more than 2.3 billion. I believe Minister Vijay Herath also mentioned that they want to go beyond that. In that context, what are the upcoming plans, significant plans that we can see which is different from last year to this year?
Yeah, now as you mentioned, yes, that Titwa cyclone was slightly affected to the arrival of the tourists. So this year we expected to surpass the arrival of tourists we compared to 2018, but slightly that's a very because of that reason we can see that there's a slight downfall of the we were thought of surpassing the 2018 number, but because of that it was slightly affected. As we know that it was affected the hill, especially the areas of hill country, not the entire country, but some part of the country. So we have to rebuild the small businesses, especially the there are some cabanas and also hotels were destroyed at the time. Because of the Titwa cyclone, and also to bringing up new projects in relation to the develop the tourism industry, and especially focus on the coastal areas, and also we are expected to increase we are expecting that the tourist by numbers, it will increase up to 2.7 million in 2026. So for that we are planning new projects as well, especially building a new the resorts and also providing proper infrastructure in future. So we are working on that.
All right, so there's a positive note as well, and I believe I'll drag on to a follow-up question as well with regards to the Clean Sri Lanka project as to what your implementations are about when it comes to the tourism sector for 2026 as well. So I think we can discuss furthermore before we discuss furthermore about the tourism sector, what we failed and what are the lessons learned and what we can work around in developing the future aspect of this tourism, because it holds a very great position when it comes to positioning Sri Lanka in Asia and beyond. And before that, let's go in for a short commercial break. This is The Public Square. We are back after the commercial break, and we were discussing in terms of how 2025 was in the tourism sector and how the government has thought through when it comes to the significant change from 2024 to 2025 and now moving forward with 2026. And also we have with us Mr. Upathissa Kumarathunga representing the People's Alliance. Welcome you. And yes, so I would start with you now when it comes to your understanding and your opinion about, I believe, when it comes to these numbers, the statuses of the tourism sector. There are evolving numbers and there is a significant change. Now in that condition, do you think that the current situation is remarkable as it seems with the numbers, or there are so many underlying issues that needs to be tackled around in the year 2026?
Thank you, Derana and TPS program team to invite for me this first program in 2026. Actually, I think we accepted the government could achieve their targets in 2026. Government aim to earn foreign currency, foreign earns, I think USD 50 billion, 5 billion from tourist sector, and government could achieve nearly 3 million tourists in last 25 years, and I think that is after 2018 government and tourism sector won this achievement. So but we have to discuss so many barriers and new policies and new strategies to how to implement our country's tourism, because tourism sector is a driven and an important sector in our GDP, our national economy.
Right, okay. So in that context, since I referred as well now, what are the specific challenges, if you would say, that we didn't focus much on in year 2025, that specifically all political parties, specifically the government of course, should work around with for the year 2026?
Actually, government should implement their policies to ground level. And I saw actually Deputy Minister is my batchmate, Professor Serasinghe, and we are from Rajarata University and Faculty of Management and Tourism Department. And government should lay their policies and program to the ground level. Especially government concept is city branding concept in the tourism sector, but at this moment and last year government can't lay that concept in especially tourism destination like Polonnaru, Anuradhapura, Sigiriya and coastal beaches area and mist mountain area and so many destinations. Government failed to lay that program. So and infrastructure developments, especially government should start Bandaranaike International Airport to in Terminal 3, I think in the discussion level, but government start Terminal 2 in Bandaranaike International and Ditwa and other political crises affected to this our targets, but government I think government should have special policies and practical implementation to the how to develop in 2026 their policies and tourism tourism strategies in government.
All right, so I think that was a cue to actually ask you regards to the measures that you all are going to take about when it comes to the infrastructure and also, as he mentioned, the ground levels as well, because I believe when it comes to the certain tourist destinations, maybe not every tourist destination in Sri Lanka is given the most, I mean, the same amount of the visibility, the importance or the providence as well. So in that context, what are the cues or the measures that you are bringing about in 2026? I believe I mentioned Clean Sri Lanka as well. If you have any reforms or strategies that you're coming up for 2026.
Yeah, through the Clean Sri Lanka project, we want to maintain, especially the coastal areas, the cleanliness of the coastal areas as well as the the destinations, and make those destinations pleasant to the tourists, and because of that they'll attract to those. Those destinations as well. So as my learned friend mentioned, so we in 2025, the end of the last season of the 2025, after the completion of 2025, we had as a country we had achieved the target of 2.3 million of the arrival of tourists. 2018 it was 2.33 million and 2025 it was 2.3 million. So we achieved that target. Income was slightly bit lower than the 2018. With the 2018 we recorded the high time income of 4.5 billion US dollars, which is at that time it was 5% of the GDP growth as well. And but we have closed down it up to 3.5 billion US dollars. So we are expecting the arrival of the tourists to increase from 2.3 million to 3 million. So we are expecting that target in at the end of 2026, and also expecting the revenue of from the tourist industry a number of 5 billion US dollars, and after that. After another 4 years, we are expecting it to be increased up to 4 million of the arrival of tourists, and also 8 billion as earnings. So for that, we have to, we should develop. We are focusing on develop of infrastructure development, especially the airport, as my learned friend mentioned, and especially we are focusing on the development and create domestic airports such as in Sigiriya, Trincomalee and Jaffna, and also the to reconstruct and to put more effort to the international airport, Katnayaka International Airport, the Bandaranaike International Airport. And other than that, also we have to find new tourist attraction areas, the new destination, new areas in Sri Lanka to develop, to increase the tourist attraction. Usually they attract the coastal areas, but we should find new areas as well. We are working on that as well, and also to increase cultural gatherings and to promoting it as well, and also establishing joint public and private the mutual promotion efforts. So we are focusing on that aspect as well. And also, yes, we are focusing on those aspects, especially in this year. So in future, we'll bring up new solution to increase the tourist industry as well. Yeah.
All right, so I believe since you all have mentioned these significant expectations and also the way in terms of how we are going to reach it towards, the steps that you're going to make sure that is being extended towards achieving those expectations in the Clean Sri Lanka project. So I believe that will be activated in the years to come as well, specifically in 2026. All right, so Mr. Upathissa, now when it comes to all these changes and also these objectives, as he mentioned, something that we can discuss with the current international arena is now, when it comes to Sri Lanka, it was noted, it was mentioned that it is among the top 5 destinations in Asia where you can visit for the year 2026. Now that is significant, but also we do have competitors around, we do have different countries that are also sustaining in terms of tourism. Now there should be crucial elements and a specific marketing value when it comes to Sri Lanka, specifically so that all other countries would see Sri Lanka spotlighted on. Now in that situation, what do you think that the government can much more focus on than the coastal area and the World Heritage sites? But there might be much more than that where the government might not be visibly seeing as well. So in that condition, do you think there's specific market value that is not being significant up until now?
Traditionally, we are depend on the sea, sand and sun concept. But now we depend on the nature, culture and adventure tourism. But I think in future Sri Lanka should focus nature, culture, adventure and in the world have so many tourism concepts. For example, marine tourism and wellness tourism. And adventure tourism we can be divided into several parts. And internationally we have competitors, lot of competitors. For example, Maldives. Maldives have beautiful beach area, but compare with Sri Lanka and Maldives, we have lot of potential than Maldives, because Maldives haven't mountain area and waterfalls and adventure, but Sri Lanka, our country have lot of potential like adventure, nature, culture, marine tourism, wellness tourism. So government should focus how to attract wellness experience tourism to Sri Lanka, and should not depend on the lower level market. We should focus high-end market, high-end and middle-end market. Actually, I propose to government, don't depend quantity, depend on the quality. I think quantity over quality concept should implement to develop our tourism sector. And I think we have potential, especially we have traditional villages, traditional Ayurvedic system, medical system, medicine, wellness, tourism. So we can improve and develop our tourism sector with traditional concept. And government should aware and should focus especially north and east area, and north and east area and beaches like Batikolo have beautiful beaches, beach, and Ampara have beautiful beach, and north and east, especially Indian tourists like to visit, take a cultural experience from north and east. They have a lot of religions experience and a connection. So government should focus, I mentioned these types of tourism.
All right, so I think that is something that the government can work around with as well, because now given that we do have competitors, plus when it comes to the international arena, there have been so many issues that is going on, and then travelers look into different destinations where they can travel, and Sri Lanka is in a location where it can make sure that they are safe, sound and enjoy their life as well. So with all these ideas, opinions and everything, something that we need to dig deep is also about the reality beyond numbers and how ready we are to make sure that the tourism sector is resilient as much as the country and the people. So before we get into that, let's go for a short commercial break. This is the Public Square. We're back with the Public Square, and we were discussing as to how it was and how it will be, and the differences, and how we can market Sri Lanka in a different way starting from 2026. So as we come to the final segment, I believe I can account and ask from you, Mr. Akalanka. Now, when it comes to the government, I believe all the people are looking forward in terms of how it is going to be in 2026, because a lot of job opportunities, a lot of chances to make sure that Sri Lanka is internationally recognized comes along with tourism, and also of course the foreign exchanges. Now this is a pivotal milestone since we are getting out of the cyclone Ditwa as well. This is something significant when it comes to 2026. Yes, you mentioned about the objectives. Yes, you mentioned about all the expectations you all are having as a government. But what is going to be the guarantee when it comes to making sure that these numbers that we obtained in the year 2025 will not let you all get carried away, but rather focus on a very ecologically friendly and also a sustainable tourism sector?
Yeah, as a government, we are having a plan of 2026 to 2030, the action plan to develop the tourism. So as I mentioned before, we have to focus on the, to create a new destinations, and also we should focus on eco-friendly, eco-friendly hotels and resorts, and we should encourage. We are focusing on encouraging those resorts. To build those resorts, and so we are focusing on that as well. And also, we are expecting to reach a target of 3 to 4 million arrivals in by 2030. To that, we should achieve the target of 3 million in 2026. So before that, we should develop the destroyed, especially the hotels and small businesses as a result of Ditwa cyclone. So we are rebuilding and we are reconstructing those business premises which was destroyed. So we are working on that. So we are hoping to establish National Tourism Commission with Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority, through the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority. So we are working on that as well. So for the next 4 years, currently we are having action plans. So we are hoping to execute it in the beginning of this year.
All right, I hope and fingers crossed that there'll be simple steps towards these bigger goals that you mentioned as well, that you will be making sure that it happens from the start of 2026 as well. All right. With that being said, as a final remark from your end as well, Mr. Upathissa, now when it comes to the government, when it comes to their actions, when it in terms of getting about tourism. I believe making sure that the resilient people are provided with the adequate support, whoever that engages with tourism, is a crucial way. So something that the weavers look upon is as well the adequate support that is being given by all political parties, and in terms of sustaining the sector that brings about a lot of guarantee to Sri Lanka. Now, in that context, what is the final remark that you can give about when it comes to the positivity of tourism and how you would see that tourism can bring about a lot of value to Sri Lanka by the effort of everyone, be it political parties, be it the people?
I would like to suggest to government should have a strategical plan how to increase daily expenditure from tourists. I think last 2025 daily tourist expenditure about USD 140. Then I think government can increase quantity likely when they have planned to increase tourist numbers. Then government, I think government can earn at least 160 USD from daily expenditure from tourists. And government, I would like to suggest to government, please start promotion program to Saudi Arabia and Middle East country and United States and Australia and specific Asian markets targeting experience seekers. When they can implement and start marketing plan that markets, government can achieve their expectation and their targets. And I think I propose to government, please attention sustainable tourism development program and community empowerment. If can improve sustainable tourism development concept, I think government can develop community empowerment, especially rural tourism area and destination.
All right, I believe you mentioned few of the most important points as well, where we can cater different markets as well, specifically the Middle East, because we see a lot of Indians and I believe Europeans coming about.
We depend on the 5 countries.
Yeah.
India, China, Russia, German and UK.
Yes, mostly it's Europe and then India. So I believe diversifying the routes as to where the tourist visitors are coming from also will make sure that the tourism sector is enhanced. And also something very important is the quality over quantity aspect, because something that we should really understand is, yes, we feel like it's important when we attain the numbers and also go beyond benchmarks, but then again making sure this is a continued and a consistent progress rather than being fluctuated and stopping midway. So there should be consistent progress with it as well. So with all that being said, I believe this is a topic which lies to the core of our heart, because all the viewers, I believe, you get that spark of happiness when you see Sri Lanka being named as the top 5 destinations in Asia in 2026. So in that situation, I believe we have a lot of positivity that holds upon this sector, and there has been something more which we discuss in terms of policies, objectives, expectations and changes that can be done in this episode. So I want to thank Mr. Akalanka Serasinghe and also Mr. Upathissa Kumarathunga. Thank you so much for joining. I believe this is a positive note for the year 2026. So So let's have our fingers crossed for a better Sri Lanka and also an even better tourism sector, which will make sure that Sri Lanka is positioned well in the international arena. So before we wind up, let me remind you about our email address. Send your feedback to this program as well as all other programs to feedback.adncenglish@then.lk or via WhatsApp at 0768057933. We will see you again with another episode where we discuss about the most relevant and pressing conversations that shape the Sri Lankan landscape. Till then, take care, be safe and have a good night.
Promise that you hold me close, don't let me go. Take my heart, don't break it. Love me to my bones. All this time I've wasted. You were right there all along. You and I start gazing, intertwining souls. We were never strangers. You were right there all along. I lose my mind when I'm around you, how I come alive. When I'm without you, I can't help but feel so lost. I wanna give you all I've got. Oh, they say you know it when you know it, and I know